Hello everybody, Abby and Vincent here. So today I am doing a day in life at Forest Oak Stables. As you already saw, I have made a new stables just a few days ago, and this is a full process of me working with horses, putting them on the walker, training them, and putting them out to pastures. So first things first is that we're grabbing Toby right now, and I'm going to tack him up and put him on the walker before we ride. He is starting out with barrels, and we're going to make sure he's not so fresh because he has been in the pasture for a few days, and I just want him to be fully ready to ride and hopefully no bucking today. So guys, if y'all been wondering what I've been up to for these past few days, I've been going to beyond my potential. So like kinetic energy or potential energy, I've been hiding it. So I found a way of how to make a horse walker on this world that I'm currently on, and I'm going to put Toby in it right now, and I introduce to you the 2.0 horse walker. I made it just today, and I just got done with it about a few hours ago before I started this video. And so this horse walker can hold up to 4 horses at one time, and there are 2 levers to make it start and change directions. After I got Toby in there, I went to go get Almond and Hershey. Almond is a gelding and Hershey is a mare. They are brother and sisters, full siblings. So I put them out in a far pasture because we have no close-in pastures quite yet because most of them are full. And they cannot be in pastures with other horses because they are a type of horses that don't do so well around others. So we have to keep them separated. So if y'all remember my old friend Spook, this is my white gelding, or my gray gelding if we're being honest. He has been in some of my old videos, like my first Play With Me SWEM, or some of my breeding videos that I used for all the other horses. He is an old timer, and we are going to be tacking him up and putting him on the walker with Toby today because he needs the exercise to lose some of the weight he has. He's gained some since he's been out grazing and doing nothing because we haven't been having much clients coming to ride, so we need to get him back into shape. So if you're wondering how I get him in there, I simply just press the closest lever to the walker and it makes it stop. And also if the other lever away from the horse walker makes it change directions. So today also we're going to be riding at least 2 horses. No, my bad, 3. So this is a client's horse, and he does not have a name, and he's a jumping horse. So he is just started jumping today. because we're going to do some ground pulls, and we're also going to be jumping over one small little flower box to see how he does. So he needs a name, so if y'all want to comment down below of what I should name him, feel free to do so, because this guy just needs a name. So here are the writing clips, and I hope y'all enjoy. So right after I get done riding him, I go ahead and take off his bridle and put on his halter and take off his ear bonnets and his polos. And now we're taking him back to the tie stall. I forgot what it's called. It's the grooming stall. I think that's what it's called. The tack up area. That's what I call it. So I go ahead and untack him because we need to get him into the pasture with the other horses. We don't usually put him in at night because he likes to be out with the other horses at night. So he only stays in the stalls when it's coming up to morning, to the evening, and now it's coming to the evening. So we go ahead and put on his horse blanket because it is going to get cold tonight, and he does not have as much of a winter coat because it is getting cold and he's going to be very chilly. So I'm going to go ahead and put on his horse blanket. As you already see, I'm kind of skipping ahead of time. So right now I'm taking him out to the pasture with these other horses. The other horses need names, like this golden mare needs a name. She's not quite tamed yet, but she still needs a name, so if you're willing to name her, that would be very nice. And yes, I broke down my gate. So now it's time to go get Spook from the walker. He's been on it long enough, and then after we get him out of the walker, we're going to change the direction so that way Toby can exercise the other way. So right after we get Spook out, we change the directions of the walker so that way he can exercise the other way. And there he is. So now we're going to take him all the way back to the tack-up area and untack him and put him back in his stall. So now since we put him up, we can now stop the walker and grab Toby and go ahead and start on barrels. So if y'all did not know, Toby is a barrel horse. Well, he's starting to be a barrel horse. I've been working with him for a few days now. So hopefully he'll be a good boy, because I hadn't rid of him in a few days, but we've been working on the barrels. Like, he is an ex-barrel horse, okay? So, hopefully he won't go crazy on the ride today. So, here's another riding clip. I hope y'all enjoy. So yeah, as you saw right there, he tried to run away from me. I'm like,
No, you don't. Come back here, please.
So now since we just got done riding Toby, we can now go ahead and take him back to the tack-up area and untack him. And if you're wondering what time it is, it's like 8 a.m. in the morning, like sunrise.
You serious? There's the door.
So like right after we get in here, it's gonna probably be 12. And now it's 12. So right now we're untacking him, and after we untack him, we're gonna take him back to his stall. So if you're wondering what those lights are, those are light warmers. So after we're done riding the horse, if it's cold outside, we usually turn those on to make them heat up a little bit or warm, because sometimes when they're sweaty, they usually get very cold when the cold air hits their body. So hopefully he wasn't cold when I turned it on. So now after we put him up, we can now go grab Big Red. So if you're wondering who Big Red is, he is an X-Race horse. He's a thoroughbred. As you already know, the one and only Secretariat. I have him at my barn, and I actually have a racetrack past the pastures. So we're gonna go ahead and ride him in the on the racetrack. I use a brown halter because it's like a leather halter for me inside the game. So we're gonna go ahead and tack him up in the English saddle because we don't have any race saddles yet. So hopefully we get those someday. But so we're gonna tack him up in the tack blue because I think he looks very nice in blue tack. I don't put on any polos because of course horses don't use polos as much when racing. So, and then after I think it's right here, I grab netherite armor for a chest plate because I do not want to take any chances of falling off and destroying my body. So let's go. So after we get done riding, I'm gonna go ahead and take him over to the small village that is over here right beside the racetrack. So it's like a one house and a small stables with a small back stable to where they put all their feed, where they put extra stuff, and there's a well here too. So this place was broken down and I had to fix all of it in order for it to look all nice and beautiful, bring it back to its glory days. There are at least 4 stalls here to where you can bring your horse in and hold it here until you're ready to go back to Forest Oak. So I have to tie Secretariat here and untack him, get him back in his halter, and then give him some water. So to use the water here, we usually have to pay at least 5 emeralds, but apparently they don't take emeralds. I totally forgot, and I gave them seeds instead. So, but that clip will be coming up here in just a minute. So here's me giving him some water. He did not take the water, so, but yeah. But here's me offering an emerald and he was offering me leather pants, and I'm like, okay, no thank you, but here's at least seeds for the water. He's like, okay, I'll take the seeds. So it looks like the seeds are like shattered emeralds, so that's what I thought they were. Like, well, not like I knew they were seeds, but like just imagine them as shattered emerald. So later that evening, it was time for me to go. They offered me to stay for dinner because of course I hadn't eaten all day, and I was just saying my goodbyes and thanking them for giving me a delicious meal. So now, since it's evening, it's time to grab Big Red and take him back to the stables. It was kind of dark outside, so I go ahead and pull out my lamp. It's not visible to y'all because of the way the camera is, but y'all see in my hand I am carrying a lamp, and it's gotten a little hot inside my vest, so I went ahead and took it off. But I carried my lamp and led Red all the way back to the stables. It is just so beautiful watching the sun go down. So if you're all wondering, Abby, what about Almond and what about Hershey? Well, we usually leave them out in the pasture at night because they don't stay indoors. Like, say for instance, we bring, I can't remember. What was the horse? Oh yes, we bring Spook in after a while, I think, and then we bring, I forgot their names. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. Okay, so the client horse that I rode, that needs a name. We usually put him out at night and keep him inside. I already put Spook up. I totally forgot, guys. Please forgive. Listen, this barn is new to me, and most of these horses are new, and they're client horses, so sometimes I forget their names. And I forget who I ride sometimes, but don't worry, I will get a hang of it someday. So, I went ahead and put Red up, and after I put up Red, it's time for me to turn off lights to the stables. So, I went to the arena because I thought my arena lights were on, but I forgot that I don't have arena lights in here. It's just the mod that makes it glow. But I remembered that the lights in the stables are what's keeping the lights on. So I went ahead and turned off the stall's lights, and I'm looking at the camera for some reason because I was taking off my helmet. And then I went up here to figure out where in the world is that lever. And I go all the way down to the other side of the stables, and oh, there it is. So I went ahead and turned off the main passage lights, and now it's time to turn off the lamps. So I turn off all the lamps, and I leave the two in the middle in front of the tack room on, because some of my horses do not like the dark, so I keep one or two of them on. And don't worry guys, these lamps can come back on, you just need flint and steel to turn them back on. So guys, if you are wondering how I got the walker, I'll put in the description a video of how I did it. There is a girl I've watched on YouTube of how to make it, and I'll put her in the description below. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you're new around that dinner, please like and subscribe, as it really does help me out and I really do appreciate it. And I'll see y'all next time.